Alright guys, feeling here back more
Got it.
Horizon. It's like 2:30 in the morning at this point. I did watch more Will Neff's stream where he's watching Survivor, watching Little Tyson boot. But here we're basically on the main story here. We're doing Gemini. But yeah, I mean I wanna try to finish this mission tonight and then we might try to go for the end game tomorrow. Again we are very, very close to the end on mission. Because again, like there's only 4 more missions. Well, really, only 3 more missions after this, right? What the fuck? So, I'm assuming I can finish this game tomorrow. Because I'm gonna have like 3-ish hours. So actually, probably throughout, including tomorrow night, I'm probably gonna be able to play like for 5-6 hours tomorrow. Well, actually, I don't know. I actually need to get editing done tomorrow for sure. Especially because I am gonna be busy. Like, I'm gonna be really busy at work this weekend, so I really need to get some stuff done tomorrow. But I still haven't even watched TV Can. But again, like, if we can finish this, that would be ideal. I just realized why aren't I using these?
Stay back.
Ooh, that did a lot of damage. There we go.
Get back.
It's really angry. That's all done for now. You two okay?
Still breathing.
Anyway, Hephaestus
Oh, so now we're actually doing. Okay.
deeper into the facility.
I might as well check this. So we're just in the cauldron. Yeah, the Tyson boot is insane though. I'll say it is funny though how much Will Neff's talking about how I'm Russell's best of all time. Which it is what it is. Like I feel like the Tyson boot needs a lot more context than what the show gives. Behind it. Yeah, it is impressive, but it's also like.
You should know there's a huge power draw coming from the next chamber.
Thanks for the heads up. I'm almost there. It's some kind of production chamber. Hephaestus is up to something, all right?
What kind of machine is it trying to build?
I don't know, but I'm gonna shut it down. I bet those metal carriers will lead me to where it's getting materials from.
I bet that's where Hephaestus is hiding too.
Hephaestus is hiding. Looks like there are a couple of things I can build.
Actually, this game came out what, 2 weeks ago at this point, right?
I better follow them. Should be able to catch a ride on one of those metal carriers.
Aloy, I've managed to rewire most of the components in the core, but the energy processor's cracked. Without a way to fabricate another, there's no way I can fix it.
Okay, let me think. What if you bypass the processor? Connect it to
The power node. I think that could
Oh,
work.
is that one good? Oh. But yeah, so we're about to be in 2 weeks of playing this game. So yeah, it'll be nice to have this done now. Oh, I didn't realize I had that many skill points, by the way. Let's use those. I forgot. I pretty much finished everything I wanted, didn't I? All right, let's just do everything we can here. I'm never gonna use that though, am I? Alright. How far are we? 19.
Just a little longer. Drive Hephaestus out of here.
There should be a node you can override near the central platform.
Thanks. I should deal with these machines first.
Kill them anyway.
Machines on the way. Beta! Hephaestus has locked me out of the node. Any ideas?
I'll see what I can do.
Who else is here? Oh wait, what? Oh wait, no, that's not an enemy. I was gonna say, what the fuck is that? Oh shit. Okay. I don't know why I did that.
I got them all.
I tapped into the core's network hub. I managed to disrupt Hephaestus' control of the node. You should be able to override it now.
Nice. Thanks.
Okay. God damn it. There we go. Fuck, that's right.
It sounds like it fled to another chamber.
Well, I better not get comfortable.
Energy containment failed. Safe for moving.
Great. Hephaestus covered the floor with lightning. I gotta find a way over it.
Aloy, more machines keep coming. Please tell me you're getting close.
I'm working on it. I've been smashing through a lot of machines on my side, too.
I guess Aaron's missing out.
Anyway, I'm making progress on the bypass, but I need something to hold the cycling module together.
Alright. I need to drive Hephaestus out.
There should be...
Got it.
Autonomous defenses.
Oh, here we go again.
That doesn't sound good. I'll try to get your access back. Node access restored. Now you can operate it.
Good work.
You did heavy lifting.
Returning to construction bay 1.
Okay. This is running out of places to hide.
Aloy? I just registered a huge energy surge back in the production chamber. Something big is happening.
Here too. Everything's glowing.
Machine Mephistus was something. It must have finished it.
It's powerful, whatever it is. I'm almost done with the core repairs. Should we come to you? Maybe I could distract the machine.
No.
Ah, shit.
Just stay where you are, okay? Handling the machine's mine.
The slaughter spine.
Be safe.
Oh, what the fuck?
Scan it first. Based on its legs and movement, I think it's charging up.
It's doing a lot of damage.
It's charging. It's covered in plasma.
Last set, though. Oh, this is like a really overpowered weapon, though, isn't it? Oh, boy, I mean, fuck, this outfit's weak to plasma, too, isn't it?
Still in the fight.
There we go. Oh, I got a trophy for the combat.
You did it!
That was really easy, though.
There should be one more node to override.
Good. Stand by. I'm sending Hephaestus back to you.
Like, what is that uses that, anyway? Oh, either way, whatever it is, it's really powerful. I wish we could have more. Maybe we do have more in our stash.
No more hiding, Hephaestus!
Cool.
Got it!
Alright, turn to them.
Hephaestus is back in the core!
Make sure it stays there. I'm heading back.
And then we can start the merge.
Because of you, Beta. I'm glad you came along. And you, Varl. couldn't have done any of this without you.
Right back at you, Aloy.
Things holding up? Aloy, the bypass is done. The core is stable.
Oh, that's it for the mission.
Vestis is 100% contained. Now we better get started with the merge.
Huh. Again, there's only 3 more missions left in the game.
Gaia, establish the link, please.
Done.
Okay, to complete the merge, we need to excise Hephaestus' malicious code. Carefully. Aloy! Look!
Obviously. I say, like, the guy, yeah.
Well, hello, redundant cop.
Of course, he had to show up here.
You cost us quite a lot of time. Eric, get Beta. And squash that bug while you're at it. Ooh!
Get behind me.
Come on! Quit screwing around.
Now we're having fun, right?
No. I to be honest, I've been thinking that was gonna happen, but still. Yeah, that's disappointing. But again, I did notice that there's no side quest
Fine.
revolving around Varl.
Tilda, get Gaia and Hephaestus ready for transport. Tilda!
That's disappointing though.
Hush. All is not lost.
Tilda! What the hell are you doing?
Okay.
Stop her!
I can't even see her.
Huh. So obviously this is the scene from the trailer, what we're about to get to probably. Yeah, so I assume she's going to do the same thing she tried to do with Beta, but for Aloy now, right? But I'm assuming we're going to actually figure out what she was doing. Yeah, it's a shame we lose Farrell. I did really like Farrell over the course of this game, and obviously that's the point. But yeah.
You're awake. You took quite a hit when Gerard attacked you. I imagine you must still be in a great deal of pain. I can assure you that we are safe. The others can't detect us here.
You mean the other Zeniths? You must be Tilda.
I wasn't sure if Beta would have told you about me.
Where is she?
Alive. And while she isn't where she wants to be, not in urgent danger. We must discuss how to get her back, of course, after you've shaken off the cobwebs. When you're ready, take the stairs down the hall and come see me. In the meantime, I'll make breakfast.
Breakfast. Okay.
Okay. Well, I just want to see something real quick. Ah, fuck. All that remains. Okay. Interlude. So is this still considered a main quest then? Because if it is, then we only have 2 more after this. Like, that's not that much. Which makes me think, is this game not even going to deal with silence? I'm assuming at this point that's not. Considering we only have 2 quests left. And silence is still, like, completely out of the picture. We'll do that. We'll do that just so we can unlock this. I don't even know what this is. Attach over to a profit truck. Oh, that's actually pretty good. Is there any other ones that we can do? No? Okay. Yeah, let's continue on, I guess. Where are we, actually? That's something. Tilda's mansion. Oh, so that's like in the bottom. Actually, I thought we were going to be here. Yeah, this is not exactly where I thought it would be, but whatever.
What is this?
Just a few favorites from my collection. Rescued and stored here just before I went off-world. Take a look, if you like. I'm curious to hear your impressions.
My friend is dead. Beta and Gaia are gone, and you want me to look at old paintings?
Don't be so quick to dismiss the comfort we can find in art, or the insight we might gain.
No. Can I do these statues?
My favorite pairing on the left is Woman Reading a Letter by Vermeer, a true master. And on the right is a forgery, Woman Reading Music, which fooled experts into believing it was a priceless original. Early in my career, I became fascinated with such deceptions. Eventually, I developed scanning software that could detect fakes with unparalleled accuracy.
Is that how you made enough money to buy your way onto the Odyssey?
Oh no. I made my real fortune later. Selene and Endymion. She's the goddess of the moon, whereas he's a simple shepherd. Beside her is the god of love, Cupid.
So she's sneaking up on him?
More like visiting him in secret. The torch that Cupid bears represents Selene's undying infatuation with him. Though the two must remain apart, her love will forever burn. This is Rembrandt painting Jeremiah, a man in mourning.
Mourning what?
His home. The ancient city of Jerusalem. He foresaw its impending doom, but could do nothing to prevent it. So instead, he saved its treasures from destruction, just as I saved these works. You could say we're kindred spirits. A portrait of the painter, Rembrandt's son Titus, depicted in the habit of a monk.
I don't get it. Why would someone like you, with infinite resources, care about this painting of a boy in a hood?
It's not the image itself, but the feeling it conveys. The face is bright and defined, but his eyes are downcast, heavy with misfortune. And the background seems to swallow all light. The painting is infused with a sense of loss.
I guess I understand how the painter feels.
Rembrandt's The Night Watch, by far the most famous painting my homeland ever produced.
Is
It
it?
was commissioned to honor
Oh,
a
she's talking about
militia
Dutch.
made
Well,
up of
even
influential
then, like,
citizens.
isn't Anatomy of
You must have
Nicholas
been an
Tulp, or
influential
the fuck
citizen.
that's called, more popular?
In my day. But not as influential as you've been in this new world. The Gust, by Willem van de Velde, the most famous of his many maritime paintings.
A ship crossing into the unknown. I guess you're familiar with that.
Indeed, which is why I appreciate this composition in particular. Though waves and wind threaten to destroy the ship, it perseveres, clinging to the light even as darkness closes in all around it.
Mm-hmm.
Stunning, isn't it?
What is it?
Paintings weren't the only masterpieces of my people's golden age. This is Van Vianen's Lidded Ewer, molded from a single sheet of silver.
What was it for?
How like Elizabeth you are. Function over form. Its practical purpose was less important than its meaning. Van Vianen created it in honor of his late brother, who himself was a famous silversmith.
A memorial.
Yes. Such beauty from sorrow.
A lot of weight on his shoulders. I know the feeling. She's pulling out her own hair.
Done so soon?
I've got more important things to worry about.
We both do. There is much we are trying to save. Not the least of which is in that vault. There's nothing wrong with savoring such treasures for a moment.
Yes, this is the shot.
There you are. Feeling better?
How did you find us? At the cauldron? And what did you do to everyone right before I passed out?
All business, I see. Well, suffice it to say we were keeping a very close eye on Hephaestus, knowing we would need it at some point. Your ruse didn't fool us, and as for my little trick, it was an overload of the senses, accompanied by an energy discharge. Gerard and Eric were only momentarily disoriented due to their shields, but it rendered you unconscious while I got you out. Perhaps some breakfast might steady you a bit?
This was her house. The one you recreated for Beta, in the data channel you shared.
How perceptive.
This is the real place.
Please, this way.
After everything your people have done, you think I'm just gonna sit down and have a chat with you?
They're not my people. They never were, and especially not now.
You shot off into space with them. And lived with them for 1,000 years before coming back. So what made you suddenly turn on them?
Quite simply, this.
My old focus. You repaired it? But that means you've seen
Incredible things. What you've accomplished in 2 decades of life. A 1,000 years at my back, and I haven't even come close. I'm sorry if I invaded your privacy, but I had to. In order to understand, to be enlightened.
So
You
they're trying to
truly
do this
are
like Last of Us sort of thing, aren't
Elizabeth's
they?
blood. With her drive, her sense
With
of
them
mission,
trying to like integrate Ross into the
her
themes of the
integrity.
story. And the way they did it with Joel and
Watching all this shame to
Part
me
2.
for the company that I've given.
Obviously not as directly,
Having seen
but
it all, I want is to help you.
even if it means stopping your friends.
Especially so. Please, sit down. There. That's better. Now, we must recover Beta and Gaia at all costs. By now, you must know that Gerard intends to use Gaia to reboot the Earth's biosphere. Remaking this world to specifications that would only suit us immortals. This process will kill every living thing on the planet. He calls it a clean install.
Not if I stop him first.
Not if we do. And once he
yeah,
and the
this
others are
game's
gone,
definitely gonna end on a cliffhanger though, isn't it?
we can work together to fulfill Elizabeth's
Like I feel like
dream.
there's no way we're
I'm
completing
sure Beta
all of
told you
this
that there's a build of the Apollo
set of
database
story
on
in
board
this
our
game.
ship. A complete collection of human knowledge.
Like I
With
mean, like I
that
think for
in
sure we're
hand,
like probably gonna finish the
we could
Farzina
do
stuff.
everything Elizabeth wanted.
But again, I think
Heal
we're
the
saving
biosphere,
Silence for the
educate the
final
people
game.
of this world, uplift them.
I would not be
Create
surprised if we get
what
like
she
nothing but like a post-credit scene of
We can't get
Silence
ahead
at
of
this point.
ourselves.
We'll see though.
From what I've seen, your friends are invincible.
I do wish you would stop calling them my friends. And they're not invincible. In fact, a friend of yours has found a way to defeat them.
Silence.
Oh, never
He's
mind.
been busy bee, building an army powerful enough to crash through Gerard's precious base.
Oh, so we are gonna have to work with him now.
Regala and her rebels.
Oh, I forgot about Regalia
Even
too.
now, she's
Fuck, we still
preparing
need
a
to take her
final
down.
march on the Tanakh capital.
So that's the final 2
When
missions,
she
right?
wins,
It's
she'll have the
Regalia and
entire
then
tribe under her
Farzina.
control. Hundreds of warriors and machines to throw at the base. She's been duped. They'll all perish, of course. But it should be enough to break Gerard's defenses and allow Silence to kill him. Along with all the others.
Using the new weapon he's developed.
Yes, he's found a way to circumvent our shields. Truly an exceptional man. He's planned for everything. Except you and me. You see, while his army is battering down Gerard's doors, you and I will sneak in through a back way. One that only I know about. While Silence and my friends are busy battling each other, we'll take back Beta and Gaia. I told you I want to help you. I mean it.
I don't get her motivation so well. Oh, fuck.
You said Beta's not in urgent danger, so what are the Zeniths doing to her?
Putting her to work. Merging Hephaestus with Gaia. A difficult, time-consuming task, as I'm sure you know. They will compel her if need be. But her life is not in danger. She's the only one who can do it.
Because you people made her to be nothing but a tool.
Gerard's idea, not mine. They always viewed me with suspicion when I attempted any form of kindness towards her. That's why I created the data channel. A virtual place where we could speak in peace.
So this channel you shared with Beta, none of the other Zeniths ever found out about it.
Gerard believes he's the most cunning of all of us. Even after 1,000 years, he still can't imagine that I would outwit him. The channel allowed me to interact with Beta away from their mistrustful eyes. It offered us a chance to be ourselves.
Until you cut off all contact.
Yes, though it pained me. I was worried that our meetings would do her more harm than good.
Well, she felt like you tossed her aside.
I was afraid the others would find out and punish her. She may not have had the comforts of friendship anymore, but at least I ensured she was safe. I know it seems harsh, but you must believe that her well-being has always been paramount to me.
Beta told me your colony was destroyed. That you came back to Earth because you had nowhere else to go.
It's true. After we reached our destination, a planet in the Sirius star system, we spent decades building a new home. The physical constraints of Earth, the boundaries of mortality, gone. To think of what we could have done with it. It might have been a utopia. Instead, we stagnated, absorbed in effortless comforts and virtual realities. It took a cataclysm to finally yank us out of our stupor.
What happened?
A massive geological event. We knew of instabilities in the planet core, but we underestimated them. By the time the collapse was upon us, it was too late to stop it. Only a few of us made it to the ship in time. We set course for Earth, the only safe harbor left to us.
Which you decided to make unsafe for anyone else.
Not me. Gerard. He believes it's better to wipe the canvas clean than work around the smudges. No more primitive tribes, no more combat machines, only a blank slate to do with as he pleases. But we will stop him. All we have to do is get into that base.
So you knew Elizabeth. What was she like?
Liz was everything she was. I see in you. And more. Your ingenuity, your determination, your moral compass. You've managed to distill her greatest qualities and make them your own.
I'm not asking about me. Tell me about Elizabeth. What was she really like?
The honest answer is that I don't actually know. For all the time that I spent with her, she always kept a part of herself locked away. It was like that from the moment we met.
Why did you make the data channel look like this place?
I built this house as a shelter to weather any storm. A safe place. Not just for me, but for the art stored below. Cultural artifacts of incalculable value.
This is
Truly
really a
some of the
surreal
greatest
scene now.
achievements of human civilization.
And you wanted Beta to see them?
Yes. Her upbringing was so cold and technical. I thought if she could experience Vermeer and Rembrandt, it would bring something else into her life. A heritage every bit as valuable as the scientific and technical data being drummed into her. I'm sorry I had to cut off contact, but I'll never regret sharing this house with her. She needed its shelter even more than I did.
What exactly is your plan to sneak into the Zenith base?
We will make use of a lesson I learned from the
Ah,
early
shit.
age.
Damn it.
Always know your exits. In this case, a place where Gerard's new construction meets the ancient foundation, a passage that only I can access. When Silence flings his army at the base, we will enter through this back door, bypassing most of the fighting. The distraction will provide us with a window in which to rescue Beta and Gaia.
Once we're inside the base, where will we find Beta and Gaia?
Here, in the command center. By then, Gaia will have been reunited with all of its subordinate functions, including Hephaestus.
What about the alpha build of Apollo on your ship?
A simple matter of recovery once the others have been dealt with. With that in hand, we'll have everything we need to make this world as it should be.
Once we're inside the base, where will we find Beta and Gaia?
Here, in the command center. By then, Gaia will have been reunited with all of its subordinate functions, including Hephaestus.
What about the alpha build of Apollo on your ship?
A simple matter of recovery once the others have been dealt with. With that in hand, we'll have everything we need to make this world as it should be.
My old focus. How did you find it, let alone repair it?
When we encountered you at the Hades Proving Lab, Gerard saw you as a redundancy. I knew better. You were a revelation. After your dramatic escape, bravo, by the way. Gerard and Eric assumed you were dead and gave up the hunt. I wasn't so sure. When the others were busy, I returned to the lab and searched for any trace of you. That's when I found this little treasure. Not easy to repair, but certainly worth the effort. As I watched your life unfold, you were like a splash of color on a worn canvas. What Liz was, and more.
Did you show it to the others?
Of course not. It was your actions that inspired me to defy them. It's worth noting that if I hadn't found it and watched its contents, I wouldn't have known to save you at the cauldron. You'd be dead.
So I should be grateful?
If you like.
So you know all about me. What about you?
What would you like to know?
Well, start with your life on Earth.
When I was 8, terrorists flooded my home city. Thousands drowned, my parents included. I was one of the few who survived. My guardian sent me to boarding school. Among my peers, I was the strange girl, the orphan to be avoided. All because of circumstances beyond my control.
Oh. So we're a lot alike, huh?
Aren't we? You were an outcast. But you didn't let that stop you from getting what you needed. Neither did I. I climbed my way out of desolation and used my wits to build a fortune. First, from the technical analysis of art and the detection of forgeries. Profitable expertise in those days. But as it turned out, the software I developed was even more useful for counterintelligence. From there, it was only a short step to gathering extremely valuable intelligence on my own.
You were a spy?
More like a service one could turn to for information. I had to remain anonymous, of course, to protect my privacy. But despite that anonymity, Far Zenith inevitably sought me out.
What happened when Far Zenith approached you?
They painted an irresistible vision of humanity's future. One where we need not fear illness or death, where we explored the furthest reaches of the stars and thrived. It was only later that I realized that they only intended to bequeath this future to the rich and powerful. By the time I finally figured it out, the walls were closing in, Pharaoh's machines were devouring the earth. So I accepted Far Zenith's invitation to a berth on the Odyssey. I wanted Liz to come, but she had nobler plans, as she well knows.
Fuck off, there's so much
You
stuff.
didn't know the other Zeniths were monsters until it was too late?
I knew some of them were, certainly. It wasn't until we were off-planet that I understood the true scope of their greed. I was grateful to simply be alive, but the others became obsessed with a kind of effortless immortality. They built a colony where machines serviced their every need, where any memory or fantasy could be endlessly savored in virtual reality. It wasn't life. It was stultifying, a pampered dream state. As the decades passed, I withdrew more and more, alone yet again, but this time with eons to consider my mistakes. Now finally, having met you, I feel like I have a second chance.
To do what?
Help you, of course. To fulfill Liz's dream, which isn't so different from Farzenith's original vision. A better future for humanity.
How do you know about Silence's plan?
He isn't the only one adept at spyware.
You hacked his focus?
No, he's too careful for that.
No.
But his subordinates? Not so much. He gave additional focuses to the tribals he branded the Sons of Prometheus.
The ones working with Regala.
By tapping their focuses, I learned about most of his dealings. The distribution of override technology, the arming of Tanakh rebels, and the secret pact with Regala to attack Gerard's base.
But how did he come up with a weapon that can take down your shields?
That's the one thing I haven't been able to figure out, but however he did it, I'm quite certain it will work. With it and the Tanakh army, victory seems to be within his grasp. Such a shame he'll be disappointed.
Regala's only interested in killing Hikaru and waging war on the Karja. What does she have to gain by attacking Zeniths?
It's the price she must pay for her war. Without the ability to override machines, her little rebellion would have languished in the desert.
So she trades with the Sons of Prometheus. Machines to help her overthrow Hikaru.
In exchange for an assault on the base. Pride has deluded her into thinking she can actually survive such a battle. And all without ever knowing who the Sons of Prometheus really answer to. Yet for all of Silence's brilliance, still he underestimates you. That blind spot is what will allow us to take Beta and Gaia right out from under him.
While hundreds of Tanakh are cut down outside. So when you met Elizabeth, she was what? Distant? Aloof?
Not aloof. Not exactly. It was a summit in Paris about machine learning. A touchy subject in those days. Because regulatory authorities were just starting to clamp down on AIs. Liz gave the keynote address. She had already achieved great renown for her work in automated environmental reclamation. But in her address, she was just starting to imagine the next step. An AI-driven system that wouldn't just act on its programming, but actually take responsibility for its sphere of influence.
To care about life. Not just follow orders.
Revolutionary stuff. I was fascinated. And I wanted to meet her for a long time. I watched her after her talk. She had spoken with such moral authority, such empathy. But after that, she retreated. I could tell she felt uncomfortable with all of her admirers. It was as if giving the talk had cost her something. I didn't want to be a pest, so I planned my approach carefully.
So how did you finally approach Elizabeth after her talk?
I picked the right moment. The morning of the
Where
next
did I
day,
start
right
tonight?
as she came back to the conference, she had just had her coffee.
Alright,
She was
guys.
fresh, rested. It was like she had braced herself.
What episode is
the
this for tonight? This is
onslaught
like
of
episode 5 or something, right?
I asked if I could walk with her.
It's 3
Then
o'clock
put
in the
forth a
morning.
question about her talk that I
Ugh.
thought was intelligent. Her answer made me realize it wasn't. But she was very welcoming. Almost as if we were previously acquainted. It was only halfway through the conversation that I realized
Oh, really like going deep in this. I
she
don't
knew
know.
exactly
I mean, this is cool
who I
lore, but
was.
it's like it's still
It
like this is
was
really going on for a
quite a
while.
shock to me. My business was trafficking in secrets, and I took great pains to protect my anonymity. So that was Liz, perpetually one step ahead. I came to view our meeting as a metaphor for our friendship. She always seemed to know me far better than I knew her.
I guess I know the feeling.
I think that's it then. Alright. There must be another way, though.
First Varl. Now Hikaru and the Tenakth. Your plan would wipe out an entire tribe.
Oh. I didn't even think about that part of it.
We are in an admittedly desperate situation, but I assure you there isn't. Remember Zero Dawn. Elizabeth's sacrifice. Sometimes many have to die for a new
It's insane that we're like it's gonna be another like 5 years until the next game at this point.
It's impossible.
But
Wait. The data channel. It still exists, doesn't it? I need you to open it. Let me talk to Beta.
Impossible. We might be detected.
It's worth the risk. There is another way, one where the Tenakth survive.
But we won't. If the others...
If you want to help, open it. What are they doing to her?
Virtual reality dissociation. The manual merge of Hephaestus will take hours upon hours of tedious micromanagement. If she resists the work, they run simulations to induce feelings of isolation and despair.
Beta, can you hear me?
You're alive. They're watching me. I can't hold up this extra protection for long. You should have killed me.
No. No, look at me. I'm coming for you. I promise. Okay? I just need you to hold out a little while longer and work on the merge.
I think it can be done.
I'll contact again when it's time.
only 6 minutes for like
As long as I'm here,
for this
coming
episode.
for me, I can endure anything.
All right. I did as you asked. Now I think you need to tell me what you're planning.
I'm going to take Silent's army away. I don't need it. Only the weapon he made to penetrate your shields.
And how do you propose to get it? Ask
So yeah,
her
so we
nicely.
are gonna go against Regalia now.
Without Regala and her
So
rebels, he
that's
won't
gonna be
have a
the last
choice.
2 missions.
Will be his only option.
It's gonna be Regala
Only
and
option
then
for what?
Farzina.
What did you tell her?
That is between me and my sister. Will be Silent's only option for crashing that base. I'll tell you the rest later. But first, there are a couple of things I have to do.
Oh. And what are those?
Lay my friend to rest. And then I'm going to use the override that Beta gave me at Gemini to put an end to Regala's rebellion. From the air.
Oof. Oh, we're at the wings of the whatever, right? That mission?
Since you
Wings of the
insist
10?
on doing things your way, I know of something that will truly...
Which, by the way,
complete
actually, I just
your
remembered now
entrance
that
with
we
the
actually
town.
do have some side content still to do, don't we?
The ancient Horus Titans still possess electromagnetic energy cells as part of their arsenal. Drop one of those on Regala's army and they'll receive quite a surprise. So go, do what you must. I'll come to your base if you manage to bring silence to the town.
But yeah, again, like I'll still try to finish the game tomorrow. I'm actually like now thinking through it. We do have enough side content to where I don't think we will. But then again, we only have 2 missions left though, and we are very, very close on this.
Erend, are you there?
Oh wait, is that not
Aloy.
complete interlude?
Aloy, is that really you?
Yeah, it's
Yeah, so
me.
this is
Where's
going to be
everyone
the prologue, or not the prologue. The Wings of the 10.
We're back at base. What happened?
Yeah, this is going to be the
It might be easier
demo.
to
That's what
explain
I'm
in
trying to say.
person. I'll try to join you there when I can.
Okay. We'll wait here for you. It's good to hear your voice, Aloy.
It's time to read these now. But yeah, I mean, that's that. Yeah, I think we're gonna go and do that mission at least right now. This is on hold. Why is that on hold? Actually, you know what? Fuck it. Let's not. Let's do Wings of the 10 now. Because again, like this is the penultimate mission. And after that, like we can do other shit. So it's like I feel like we might as well actually just finish Wings of the 10 now and then just do all the other stuff.
Stay alert, soldier.
Great. I take it the other Zeniths can't hear us?
Of course not. And they don't know about your base either, in case you were wondering. I've sent you data on the Horus energy cells you can use against Regala's forces. Reach out to me when you're ready to acquire one.
Understood.
I mean, is there time for that though? I assumed our base would have been attacked around now, but oh, do the weapons get more powerful? That's just these are better weapons now. I mean, it's still like I'm not going to use them, but still, and I didn't realize that they upgrade the stuff in here over time. I thought it was like the same shit. Anyway, oh wait, can I not? Okay, fine. I was gonna buy fast travel things, but whatever. Oh, fuck off. So, when's here? Tomorrow we'll do more. It's fucking almost 3:30. But yeah, I mean, again, tomorrow, I have like 3 hours. I'll probably play in the morning, and then morning/early afternoon, and then we'll see if we can finish at night. I think that's probably the plan tomorrow. We'll see. Not what I want to do. For now, thanks for watching.